EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. In motion right is Thomas. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
Lawrence will throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Etienne once more, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Now they contend with a second and 12 after the loss.
23.
Now Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
He targets Ingram for another grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got Thomas yet again, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And this one is right through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Clock running here, under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. Play action. Here's Stroud. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
I don't know if he was just working through progressions or just unaware of the pressure, but no matter. Excellent work by the defense to get him to the ground before he could escape the pocket.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run with a 2nd-round pick from April's draft. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Texans nothing.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Now Stroud. And that will be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Lawrence. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Here we go, let's go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this will come up short.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Christian Harris there finding his way home to record the sack.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete to, puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This is caught, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Brian Thomas
From 8 yards out.
And the Jags will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Point after try forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down and a yard.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Final play of the half, Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Stroud. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Lawrence to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. To the right side and intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
Stroud out of the gun here. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Stroud. To the right side and caught by Dell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 23, here's a second down and 9.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Hey, uno more.
As Stroud now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Finds his tight end Ingram. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action with Lawrence. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Now Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Stroud working out of the gun. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Danico Autry gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Lawrence will throw.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Texans are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He's got it to Collins, complete.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Stroud. That's complete to Dell.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here's 1st and goal.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
What a start to the season. This has been back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Decent 24.
They'll start on the ground, ETN. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's second down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
Play action. It's Lawrence. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's Lawrence. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Red 23. Hey, kill.
Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's third down. Throwing now, Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Well, the defense circling now, 4th down and 7. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down.
Hey, Lion.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw. Lawrence.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really, they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence.
He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This to put an end to a wild Monday night. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Jaguars have won the game.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation. A fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.